This is episode 2318 of the Daily Meditation Podcast. I'm Mary Meckley, and I welcome you back to day 6 of the series we're exploring this week. This week, it's all about what is referred to as the 80-20 principle and how you live your life. It's also the same principle I became familiar with when I studied the Japanese tea ceremony in Japan. And you are following along this week with the book by the 15th Grand Tea Master of Japan, Sen Soshitsu. His book is called Tea Life, Tea Mind. And each day I've been reading a little passage that relates to this 80-20 principle. Basically, the 80-20 principle has to do with letting life happen. When you plan something, allow that there will be mistakes. Allow that things will go wrong despite your best preparations. It doesn't mean to invest 80% of your focus and time. It means to continue to do your best, but to know that there will be moments when something goes wrong, and it's how you're able to manage those moments with grace. It may be one reason why you decided to sit down and meditate, or to learn about how to use meditation techniques as you manage stress in life. I know that this principle changed the way I live my life, and as you've gone along with this meditation series, you've had a challenge all week long. Now we are on day 6 of this challenge. We have one more day after today. And you might have noticed that you are beginning to cut yourself a little slack, or to allow others a little more slack, to be more patient with yourself and the world. Your challenge is to apply the 80-20 principle to some aspect of your life. This couldn't have come at a better time for me personally in my own life, because I've needed to be extra patient this week as I've gone to a couple doctor's appointments. So I'm new in the area where I live. I'm getting established with different care providers and trying to get my questions answered, waiting for an hour or more at each of my appointments. I'm sure you can relate. So I have decided that when I go to a doctor's office, I need to have something with me that will allow me to wait without going up and asking, how much longer will it be? I've been waiting for half an hour, and then now I've been waiting for an hour. I decided that it's something that I don't need to get worked up about, even though I think it's unfair that my time isn't being valued as I show up on time for appointments and have to wait. So this is part of life. It's the reality of my situation. What can I do to prevent myself from going home and ranting and raving to my friends and family about how long I've been waiting at my doctor's office appointments and so on? So I brought with me my journal and also some great audio books that I listen to while I'm waiting. And it's been quite an enjoyable experience. I just build in extra time. Whether it's fair or not that I, along with the others in the office, have to wait for so long for our appointments, it is the reality. So this is just a small example of how I've been applying the 80-20 principle to my own life. Well, you actually have a bonus challenge this week. I'm going to guide you in just a moment through a meditation where you layer the meditation techniques we've been exploring all week long into a meditation. And this is how I meditate when I sit down. I layer techniques together because it can take some time for you to begin to feel still within yourself, especially if you're getting a little worked up about something during your day, like I have been this week, that's what the techniques help you do. They help you transition from that outside world and all the distractions and frustrations to a place where you begin to tap into your inner peace. And then you stay there. So, your extra bonus challenge for this week, I'm going to call this a fun and fearless challenge, like I do when you're a member of the Sip and Om meditation app. You can go a little more deeply into each series. If you feel like you want a little more, you receive 30-minute guided meditation experiences, as well as a journal with daily reflection questions, and a slow down guide, which I think is like magic for each series. It has all the techniques for the whole week to help you focus on the theme, as well as an herbal tea to benefit you the same way these meditation techniques help you, and a yoga asana, a yoga pose that goes right along with the theme. These are powerful techniques at your fingertips that you can refer to again and again and again. Again, it's the Sip and Om meditation app. You can try it for a full week free. That's a free series with 7 30-minute guided meditations. So your fun and fearless challenge that I'm going to issue you right here on the podcast is to create a plan or maybe some event, organize it, and allow mistakes to be made, allow the weather to be terrible, allow people to irritate you, allow yourself to get angry and frustrated and upset, allow life to happen. As you go through the planning stages and the execution of something that you pour your heart into, maybe you want to throw a surprise party for someone. Maybe you want to invite people over for a dinner party and you'll invite more people than usual. I know that's actually hard to do with a pandemic happening, but maybe you will do this in an outside picnic, for example. This is something I did recently, and a few things went wrong, but overall it turned out to be a great day. So this is what I encourage you to do as you round out this series, Tea Life, Tea Mind, the 80-20 ritual. Allow yourself to plan big and to go easy on yourself so you enjoy the process and others enjoy it too. So now I invite you to settle yourself down to meditate. As you sit up straight and close your eyes, gently elevating them upward to the point between your eyebrows. You know, this uplifts your thoughts, this little tweak. You can do this anytime throughout your day. Begin to allow the emotional dust from the week begin to settle. Allow it to just settle as you begin to tap into your inner truth. You might focus right at your throat. This is your 5th chakra. It has to do with how you show up in the world. Do you live your inner truth? How do others perceive you? Do you live authentically? Reflect back over your week and think about whether or not you lived authentically. If you find you're not really able to full out be who you are, who could you be with? What could you do? Where could you be to live your life more authentically? Places where you're able to make mistakes and it's okay. And so this allows you to pursue your big goals and plans with confidence, without worrying. Inhale and exhale through your nose, mentally affirming, in stillness, I touch my inner peace. In stillness, I touch my inner peace. Your inner peace is your truth. I invite you to place your hands, if you feel so inclined, in the Apanvaya Mudra to open your heart, to allow your heart to accept whatever comes your way. Folding your index finger downward, touching the base of your thumb, and then touching your thumb tip to the fingertips of your middle and ring fingers, extending your little pinky, your little finger gently outward, doing this with both hands. This is the heart mudra. What's in your heart? What do you want to share? Who do you want to be with? Where do you want to be? This matters. You matter. On your next inhale, I invite you to mentally affirm, I accept life. Drawing your breath inward and upward to that point between your eyebrows, the prefrontal lobe of your brain, your reasoning center. As you exhale through your nose gently and evenly, release your breath, mentally affirming exactly as it is. Inhaling, I accept my life. And exhaling, exactly as it is. Continue with this breath, listening to your inner wisdom. As you begin to let go of the techniques, feel calmer within yourself. Reflect on this quote from Tea Life, Tea Mind, page 39. Give those with whom you find yourself every consideration. One quality of tea is, however distinguished or humble people may be, as human beings, they are equal. Social standards of high and low, rich and poor, have no place in the tea room. Give those with whom you share your life with every consideration. You are so worth slowing down for.